I will not recommend this mixer to every DJ. And that's actually its strength. If you're a DJ who likes to play long sessions, long DJ sets, use EQs deliberately, and want a mixer for hardcore abuse, this might be for you. If not, it probably won't. Let me show you why. The Xone 92 MK2 sits in a very specific gap in today's mixer market. It's not trying to compete with performance-focused mixers or even with rotary boutique mixers, and it's not trying to be a design statement. It exists for DJs who value stability, sound behavior, and a familiar workflow. Compared to newer and more exotic designs, this feels conservative. Compared to the original 92, it feels more controlled and refined. These specific versions solves the issues that long-term 92 Xone users were praying for, and we are thankfully for that. So this version is not about better or worse, it's about whether you want a mixer that invites creativity or ones that reward consistency over the long term. Before the sound test. The first real test of any mixer is whether it gets in your way over time. Ergonomics only become obvious after some time, not in the first minutes. So this part is about how the mixer behaves once you stop thinking about it. Let's talk about the faders and the knobs. The faders are smooth and precise. Knobs are robust and deliver enough resistance so nothing feels loose or wobbly. Absolutely nothing. The buttons are steady and they invite you to press them strongly, not softly. I had some mistakes already trying to engage with the filters softly, but it didn't engage, so go for it. Don't hesitate. If we go to the EQ and filter layout, the layout keeps EQ and filter work close but clearly separated. This makes it easy to work with one hand, even without looking. If you are used to the original 92, the movements are familiar. You have a 4-band EQ, but the feedback feels more controlled somehow. One negative aspect that I would like to improve in this mixer is definitely the 4-band EQ, which is also one of the strengths, and this is also something that a lot of DJs go for it, personally me. The high mid, I would rather go to the higher end to accentuate those vocals or melodics that I need for some tracks. That's important for me. That is something that I don't get it with some tracks. If we go to the queuing and monitoring logic, queuing here feels functional rather than generous. It does exactly what you expect, which matters more than extra options in a club. This is designed to disappear once you trust it. So, nothing crazy here. In my personal use, no more than 5. On the headroom level, it's enough. Then I will blow out my ears, not my headphones. On the verdict, on the layout, over longer use, this mixer feels calm. That calm reduces the stress, but it also removes some unpredictability. Whether that's positive or limiting depends on your approach and your way how you DJ. I don't see any downgrades on the quality in comparison to the 92. I hope in the internals as well, but let's talk about that in the sound test. Now guys, let's speak about sound behavior and signal characteristics. In this chapter, I'm not judging whether I like the sound.
I am observing how the mixer behaves when the gain, the EQ, and the filters are pushed. I will use the same reference track, start at unity gain, and change one variable at a time. This is about behavior under pressure, not taste. Use headphones and be careful when I push the boundaries. What a lovely track. My takeaways. With the gain and the headroom, once we started, what stands out is here how long it stays composed, but once it crosses the limit, it doesn't soften the mistake. It's control, but it's also not forgiving. On the EQ, in the low band specifically, the low ends stay tight, but it doesn't exaggerate. You get control, not weight added for free. And in the mid band, the mid EQ and the high mid feels precise and it reacts exactly where you place it. That's useful, but it doesn't hide slopey moods as well. If you want to be aggressive, you could be aggressive and you will get that in return. And if we go into the high band, the high end opens the sound without getting sharp. It's restrained and it's not flashy. However, the minor point that in my opinion, needs to be addressed is this high mid that goes a little bit onto the higher frequency range in order that you can get those vocals and melodies shining without getting aggressive by attenuating the highs. And on the filter, it's analog. The filter is still musical, but it's less willing to fall apart. It recovers quickly, even when pushed. And have you noticed the differences when I press two filters simultaneously? You feel them. And in a club environment, you will get double returns. So my takeaways at the end is overall, the mixer prioritizes the control over the drama. It rewards carefully mixing and punishes careless moves. If you like precision, it makes sense for you. Now let's go quickly into the external effects, the LFO and the BCF to crossfade, which I haven't touched. Briefly, I will go first to the external effects. I have here my two bad boys, the Boss guitar pedals, Reverb RV6 and Digital Delay DD8. Great, analog and very classic in the DJ industry. Let me go for it. My takeaways on this test is you can have a lot of versatility using this mixer because there are a ton of options for effects, the external effects that you can use, and the mixer can control them. You have enough capabilities to tweak the sounds that you would like with the EQ, also with the return faders that you have, and at the same time the auxiliary knobs on the top. From the sound perspective, really depends on the effect that you have. However, it's analog, great functionality. Let me go now into a deal breaker for me, zooming performance. Zooming is one of those things everyone talks about, almost nobody shows properly, and nearly everyone misunderstands. DJs are obsessed with it, mostly rotary heads, and this is why I would like to include that test in all my future reviews of the mixers. Zooming simply means this, guys. Every channel you play is being added together into one final signal, which is the master output. When you play one track, easy. When you blend two tracks or more, now the mixer has to combine two full songs. Bass, kicks, vocals, transients, all stacked in real time. This is where zooming matters. A good zooming keeps everything clear, punchy, and stable. The bass stays solid, the highs don't get harsh, and your mix feels glued together. A bad zooming, in comparison, does actually the opposite. The bass disappears, the sounds get flat or aggressive, you push the mixer a little and it starts falling apart. Now here's the important part. This has nothing to do with effects, with EQ tricks, or being a better DJ. It's pure signal math and circuit design. If the mixer doesn't have enough headroom, it clips or distorts. If the phase handling is bad, low frequencies cancel each other, and that's why some mixes sound thin when you blend, or other sounds massive. For those geeks watching, yes, this is about zooming bosses, gain structure, headroom, and non-linear behavior. But for everyone else, this is why some mixers feel effortless to mix on, and other fights against you. In my personal opinion, it's just fine. It's not the best I have heard. You still have clear separation on the tracks. You can hear every element. The bass specifically add to each other, compound. However, it doesn't fight each other, but it doesn't have the clarity that I would like to have on, for example, one of those rotary mixers.
And here you have it, guys. This mixer is definitely for you if you expect to have versatility with external effects, a reliable EQ, faders, quality all around, and that well-known Allen Heath analog sound that you expect from those mixers. This is definitely not for you if you expect that just playing around with the EQ, with the gain, you will get more aggressive, fat, thicker sound, because this mixer, the strength is what you put in, you get. It's control. It doesn't give you this excitement that other mixers can definitely better do, but you rely on it. And that's the strength of this mixer. So I hope you like this new format that I'm doing and that I will take for the future for other high-end mixers. Give me feedback, write me in the comments if you have any questions. I was Alex from Opa Music, and I'm helping DJs to have better purchasing decisions with less regret and doubt. See you next time.